We searched across the country to find the people whose giving is changing the world in big, bold ways. Here is the list of America's greatest philanthropists. Number 1. John D. Rockefeller. The Rockefeller name has stood for both great wealth and great generosity. It all began with John D. Rockefeller Sr., who started working at just 16 years old. He refined oil and soon built a company so powerful it handled 90% of America's oil. He became the richest American in history, but he didn't keep all his money. He believed rich people should help others, so he spent the last 40 years of his life giving it away. Plus, he helped build schools like the University of Chicago and started Rockefeller University. When he died at age 97 in 1937, he made sure his family would keep helping people too. Instead of chasing money, he spent his life supporting education, science, and the arts. His kindness and vision for a better world still live on through the work he began. Number 2. Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie believed that being rich meant having a duty to help others. He was born in Scotland in 1835 and moved to America with his parents when he was a teenager. He got his first job as a telegraph operator and saved every dollar he earned. However, Carnegie was smart with money and started investing in railroads, oil, and other businesses. Then he built his own steel company in Pittsburgh. It grew so big that in 1901, he sold it for $480 million, becoming the richest man in America. But Andrew wanted to make the world better. He wrote an essay called The Gospel of Wealth, where he explained why rich people should use their money to help society, and he followed his own advice. He gave away 85% of his fortune, about $350 million in total. He built Carnegie Hall in New York City, started Carnegie Mellon University, and opened thousands of public libraries around the world. Not only this, he even helped people in his home country of Scotland. Andrew believed learning and knowledge could change lives, and he spent the rest of his life proving it. He passed away in 1919, remembered as one of history's greatest givers. Number 3. George Peabody. In the end, long before today's billionaires gave their fortunes away, there was George Peabody, a kind and generous man who helped create the idea of modern philanthropy. Born in 1795 in a poor Massachusetts town called South Parish, George's life started with very little. He left school at age 11 and worked in a small store, where he learned to work hard and be honest. By age 20, he had become a partner in a dry goods business, and from there, he built a career as a wealthy merchant and banker. In addition, George spent many years working in Baltimore and then moved to London, where he opened his own banking firm. One of his business partners was a young man named J.P. Morgan. But as George got older, he realized he didn't want to keep all his money. He wanted to give it away to help others. Also, he funded schools, museums, and learning centers in both the United States and Britain. He helped create the Peabody Museums at Yale and Harvard. When he died in 1869, people honored him like a king. His hometown was even renamed Peabody in his memory. George Peabody's kindness and generosity made him one of America's greatest givers of all time. Number 4. John Paul Getty Jr. John Paul Getty Jr. was born into a very rich family, but he didn't live an easy life. His father, the founder of Getty Oil, was one of the richest men in the world, but also very strict and cold. John didn't get along well with him. As a young man, he traveled around the world, served in the army during the Korean War, and later settled down in California. He even started at the bottom of his dad's company, working as a gas station attendant to prove himself. In the 1960s, he moved to Europe to run the family's business in Italy. Sadly, those years were full of troubles. He battled drug addiction. Needing a fresh start, John moved to England. There, his life changed. He bought an old mansion, fixed it up, and began giving away his fortune. John Paul Getty Jr. gave over $170 million to the arts, churches, and charities that help people. In 1987, his kindness earned him a knighthood. Later, after giving up his U.S. citizenship, he was known as Sir Paul. He passed away in London in 2003, remembered for his heart, not just his name. Number 5. George Soros. When George Soros was young, he lived through hard times and learned how important freedom is. Now at 94 years old, he's one of the most generous givers in America. He has donated $23 billion in his lifetime, to help protect human rights and support democracy around the world. Most of his giving has been through his group, Open Society Foundations. In 2023 alone, this group gave away $1.7 billion. Some of that money went to support students at a university in Kyrgyzstan. Another part helped a group in the US called Accelerate Action, which teaches people how to get involved in their communities. Today, his son Alex Soros helps run the foundation. He made some big changes, including creating a new group to support Roma people in Europe. Even though George Soros has less money now than when he started, he's proud that most of it has gone toward building a fairer and freer world. Number 6. Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg started out by building a company that helps people understand money in the news. Now at 82, he spends much of his time giving back in powerful ways. He has donated over $21 billion in his life so far, helping with health, climate, and education. In July, he gave $1 billion to Johns Hopkins University, the school he once attended. His gift made it possible for most medical students to study for free. He also gave money to help other graduate students get the aid they needed. That brings his total gifts to the school to $4.6 billion. Beyond this, Bloomberg also cares deeply about the planet. When the US pulled out of a global climate agreement, he stepped in to help fill the gap. Through Bloomberg Philanthropies, he has helped the United Nations keep fighting climate change. Whether it's helping students or saving the Earth, Michael Bloomberg is leading with generosity and action. Number 7. Bill Gates and Melinda French Gates. Bill Gates and Melinda French Gates have spent many years giving their money to help people live better lives. But even after their divorce in 2021, both kept working to make the world a kinder place. Together, they have given away over $47 billion through their foundation, which is now called the Gates Foundation. Melinda now runs her own group called Pivotal Ventures. She helps women and girls around the world. In 2023, her group gave millions to places like Rutgers University and the National Partnership for Women and Families. Bill continues to lead the foundation and recently teamed up with leaders in Saudi Arabia to support charities with up to $2.5 billion in help. Though their paths have changed, Bill and Melinda still share one mission: making the world a better place for everyone. Number 8. Warren Buffett and family. Warren Buffett is one of America's greatest givers. He is 94 years old and has given away more money than almost anyone, over $62 billion in his lifetime. Warren made his fortune through a company called Berkshire Hathaway, and now he uses that money to help people in need. In just 1 year, he donated $5.3 billion. Most of it went to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The rest went to foundations run by his children and one named after his late wife, Susan. Each family foundation does special work. Howard helps farmers and brings food to places like Ukraine. Susie's group helps kids in schools in Nebraska. Peter and his wife, Jennifer, help Native American communities and kids around the world. All together, their foundations gave away $1.7 billion in 1 year alone. Warren believes in sharing his wealth to make the world better, and he's doing just that every single year. These are the people using their wealth to build a better world, one gift at a time. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.